Hello and welcome to another Modern Horizons 3 video. I'm paulcheon and today we are rank number 36. We have just gone back to back on the trophies. I think the last deck went a little bit smoother than the one before, but same results. So that's trophy number 11, rank number 36. Let's try to make it trophy number 12. Now, before we head into this draft, I did want to say this video is sponsored by tcgplayer.com. Check out tcgplayer.com as it is your trusted source for all trading card games in the United States. You can search for the latest TCG singles and sealed products from hobby shops across the country from the comfort of home. The affiliate link is in the description below if you choose to shop through TCG Player. Additionally, this video is brought to you by heavyplay.com. Heavyplay.com is the place to go to for premium Magic the Gathering supplies. Deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, you name it, they got it. There's also this special technology with magnets going on as well, where you can basically use your deck boxes and dice boxes and attach it onto your playmat. So definitely check out their stuff. Heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first purchase. Alrighty, draft time. And we have Shifting Woodland. Not something that I really care for too much. I think the best of this rare cycle of lands is that Arena of Glory, as we saw in the last video, but not something that I want here. Wow, the commons are also pretty mediocre. Nothing that I care for at common. At uncommon, we have Emissary of Soulfire, which is pretty interesting if you want to be energy. There's Wormcoil Larva, which is an okay artifact. There's Kozilek's Unsealing, which I don't like as much as some of the other Eldrazi base payoff cards. And there's Marionette Apprentice, and I do like this a card. And one of the main reasons why I want to take this is this opens the door for us to draft black. We just don't draft black all that often, so I will take the Apprentice. This card is awesome in black-red artifacts or black-blue control. I mean, it's just a good card in all black decks. So let's take the Marionette Apprentice and see where we can take this draft. Moving on, we have a few good options at uncommon. At common, we have Dogumbra and Solstice Zealot and some more lands, so don't care about that. But at uncommon, we have Cursed Wombat, which is really nice with the Apprentice. If you play the Apprentice after you have a Wombat in play and choose to give a +1/+1 counter on the Apprentice, it comes into play as a 3/4. And I haven't drafted the black-green deck very often, so I think this is a nice opportunity to take the Signpost uncommon in black-green and go with that option. Horrid Shadow Spinner is actually just okay. Even in Dimir, I looked at the numbers, not that great. There's a lot of other cards just because the body is really weak. Glasswing Grace is a perfectly fine option here as well. It's less exciting though than the Cursed Wombat, just because I kind of want to go off with the +1/+1 counters theme in the black-green deck. So let's try the Cursed Wombat here. Starting out the draft with two amazing 2-drops. Can't go wrong with that. So great start here. Seeing some Eldrazi cards, Devourer of Destiny. This card, in my experience, just okay. The reason being is oftentimes you play against Eldrazi decks, and when you do, the fact that you can't kill colorless permanents is very relevant. Remember Shoot the Sheriff in OTJ? It's kind of like that. Against basically half the targets, you just can't kill. So I don't like this so much. There's Wumpus Aberration if you want to be the... If I feel like I'm going to have colorless mana, but I don't know if that's always going to be the case if I'm black-green. So I'm looking at Wither and Bloom. I think this is just perfect with the Cursed Wombat and the Marionette Apprentice. I think I want to take the Wither and Bloom here. And now moving on to this pack. Wow. Well, it looks like black is certainly open. And I'm wondering if it's possible if Artifacts is open. There's also a Party Thrasher in the pack, and a Horrific Assault, and a Wither and Bloom. So this pack is absolutely loaded for pick 4. There's also a Glaring Fleshraker if you want it to be Eldrazi. So a lot of fantastic options here. Now, of course, we don't necessarily need to be green. I'm going to take the Wither and Bloom because I feel like no matter what I end up in, with this start, it feels like I have to be black and pass the Horrific Assault and the Refurbished Familiar. If I knew for sure I was going to be Artifacts, I would take the Refurbished Familiar probably, but right now, we're still kind of in the process of trying to figure out what our second color should be, and for that reason, I'm just going to take the Wither and Bloom and kind of see what happens. Here we have a few interesting options. There's Ondu Knotmaster, if I wanted to be maybe black-white, but I do feel like black-white is the worst of the color combinations, so I'm really going to try to avoid that if possible. This is a pretty late Emrakul's Messenger. I wonder if I should take that if blue ends up being open. This feels like it has the highest upside. I think the Oozwag is just okay. It's fine. But I'm going to take the Emrakul's Messenger over these white cards just because this is an extremely powerful uncommon. And if blue ends up being open, I can certainly go this direction. Okay, so now this is tough because there's an Area Auxiliary where if I'm white, it can be good, like black-white, in which case I wish I kind of took the Undo Not Master. But there's also Breathe Your Last and Cranial Ram. Cranial Ram, obviously best if I know for sure that I'm in artifacts, but Breathe Your Last is also just a fine option if I can just stay black and still try to figure out my second color. I feel like it's close between all of these. The Cranial Ram is marginally better if I'm black-red, maybe, and the Area Auxiliary is better if I'm black-white, but let's just keep taking the black cards, right? The black cards are clearly very open, so might as well do that and not worry about what my second color should be later. So blue does seem to be cut off. I saw the Messenger, but nothing else in blue. So here we have the choice between Dream Drinker Vampire and Dog Umbra. Just going to keep taking the black cards. This card seems decent. I have double Wither and Bloom. Just another 2-drop to play. Dog Umbra is also a reasonable option, but I do have a lot of interactive removal already with double Wither and Bloom and Breathe Your Last, so I don't think it's as important. But we'll note that we are not seeing a lot of green. Cursed Wombat and Horrific Assault might have been the only green cards that I saw worth taking. So here I will take a retrofitted Transmogrant. Frogmere Enforcer is laughably bad, even in artifacts, so I don't want to take that here. So I will take the Transmogrant just because if there's a world I end up in artifacts, this is a card that I want. Sacrificing Twisted Landscape to be able to take this card. Now, if we do end up tabling the artifact cards, then this won't be too bad for us. I will take a... What about mono black? Maybe we can do something like that? Who knows? But black and white do feel like the colors that seem to be open. But man, I don't want to go black-white. That's just full stop. I'm just going to take Waterlog Teachings. I can fetch these good removal spells. Oh my gosh. I guess I'll take the Spell Land. Green just seems really cut. I'll take Rose Cut Knight. Blue, I mean, this is only good if you're super energy and we're not splashing Faithful Watchdog. There's another Transmogrant. We'll note, though, that the Refurbished Familiar, unsurprisingly, didn't table. Not seeing a lot of blue. All I know is that I should be black. That's all I know. And probably not Eldrazi. Probably not green. Not seeing a whole lot of red. It just, yeah, I guess black-white is maybe where we needed to be, but we did pass that Undo Not Master. Here, I guess I'll just take another Wither and Bloom. Seems fine. There's nothing else that's that much better than this card, and it just keeps us in black, but we do need to pick a direction here soon with our second color. Yeah. If possible, I want to get this Wombat to work. Can I even play this on the splash, maybe? I don't know. Okay. Oh, that's another Cursed Wombat. Maybe we just go like black with a touch of green. Yeah? Why don't we just do that anyways? I know that green wasn't that open, but I think the black-green cards will be open. And given that black is so open, I think we can just go with the splash here and be okay. So yeah, let's take the Cursed Wombat because we have triple Wither and Bloom, and that's just such a nice interaction. Like, if we have a Cursed Wombat in play with a Dream Drinker Vampire, that's just really, really nice. But black-green, definitely not the color combination that probably wants a retrofitted Transmogrant. Here, this is quite a weak pack. The best card is Deem Inferior, probably. There's a Victimize, which we could potentially play if I have some ways to fill up my graveyard. I guess I'll take the Boggart Trawler just because it's a creature land. I'm not super thrilled about it. Imskir Iron Eater. This card's a trap. If you're artifacts, don't take this card. Not seeing green this direction either. So just everybody green. Everybody doing the green thing. I'm just going to take Refurbished Familiar because it's just a good card. And we'll see where this goes. We're getting the artifact cards now. Is it too late? There's the Condor. Again, no green. Oh, well, no, there's an expanding ooze. I guess I just take this. Man, I preach just like taking the card in the open color, but we already have some, like I said, green-black specifically seems open. We're just not seeing the green cards. All right, White of the Reliquary. So all the multicolored green cards are coming our direction. So maybe that's going to be enough to get us to where we need to go. I don't really like to play the Transmogrant if I don't have any sacrifice or affinity synergies. I only have the 2 refurbished familiars, so unlikely that I'm going to want to play this. We'll play the Waterlogged Teachings, though. This is a tap land that will get us a Wither and Bloom or Breathe Your Last, so I think that's fantastic. And now I'm going to take Fel the Profane, another good removal spell. There's Temperamental Oozewag, which is also fine, and there's also Lion Umbra, but I'm going to take the spell land here. Now we have another Dream Drinker Vampire, I guess. All right, we're curving out. We are curving out. I'll take... Wow, Scurry of Gremlins with 9 cards left is wild. I'll take Blood-Soaked Insight, though. Lots of spell lands here as options. How many come into play tapped? These 2 come into play tapped. Okay. Well, Sneaky Snacker, very, very late. What about the Spymaster's Vault? What do you do? Enters tapped unless you have a swamp. I'm not going to have a lot of swamps because I have all these spell lands. Target creature you control connives X, where X is the number of creatures that died this turn. Seems interesting. I think I want to try this. Here, there's a Thraben Charm that I might want to splash. Probably not, though. This is just a lot of spell lands. Why is there a Hex Gold? I guess Red-White Energy was just the thing to be. I guess Red-White Energy was just the thing to be. Oh, well. We've drafted Red-White Energy so many times. I just wanted to do something different. Okay? I just wanted to do something different. Here, I'm just going to take the Altasaur. Expanding Ooze is nice, but this card is just so good. Just a great, great top-end card, and I don't really have anything that's expensive, so let's go ahead and take the Altasaur here. And yeah, I guess we take another spell land. Bridgeworks Battle over Eldrazi Repurposer and Accursed Marauder, I think. Actually, maybe it's the Repurposer. We have good removal already. This ramps us, it gives us an extra body. Maybe it's the Repurposer. You know what? I changed my mind. I want another 3-drop. Let's curve out. I have lots of spell lands. I just want good 3s. And this one is a premium 3. Even if you're not Eldrazi, it's just a really good card. And now we have... Ooh. Breathe Your Last and Malevolent Rumble. I like this a lot more if I'm the Eldrazi deck. Here, I'd rather just have the hard removal spell. So, just going to take Breathe Your Last. We're going to be very heavy black. At least 9 black sources. With maybe 7 to 8 green sources. Also, we can probably just play more lands. Just because we have 4 spell lands. Granted, I don't really count... Boggart Trawler is mostly a land. But, we have a bunch of other spell lands. Scurrilous Entry's okay, but I think it's the Basking Brute scale here for us. Can't have enough 2s. Can't have enough 2s. Now we have Marionette Apprentice versus Evolution Witness or Temperamental Oozewag. That's another Scurry of Gremlins. I think this card is just too good. I'm just going to take another Apprentice. 5. This is also good with the white because it just gives you fodder to sacrifice to get lands too. We have 9 2-drops? Okay. Liking the curve, right? The whole point of this deck is to just curve out, use some removal spells, and win the game. All right, let's take another spell land. Glasswing Grace or Expanding Ooze, actually. Huh. 23. I'm a sucker for the Glasswing Grace. I'm going to take it. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe I'm not going to have enough playables. I'll take Gift of the Viper as a combat trick if I absolutely need it. I'll take a Wither and Bloom 8th pick. Wow, Pearl Ear. Yeah, definitely needed to be black-white. This just gives you another angle of attack. But 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I guess we could use another 3-mana creature, though. I'm hoping maybe one of the Expanding Ooze's tables, just because I feel like there's just not... there you go. I just felt like there weren't that many black-green drafters. So I will take the Ooze over the Fetid Gargantua. Solid 3. Maybe we table the other one. That one, the other one was pretty late though. Ooh, love a Cursed Marauder. Yeah, this one kind of goes in the 2-mana spell slot because you don't really play this. You play this as kind of a removal spell. But these were some awesome picks. Wow, how open is white? Oh my gosh. I know the black-green multicolor cards were open, but man, how open were the black-green cards? All right, I'll take Scurrilous Sentry. It's a fine playable card. Okay, this seems to be our deck. I don't hate it. I'm not going to play the Kami of Jealous Thirst, but I like everything that we have in front of us still. Clearly, the white energy decks was available. Or like white, but like I didn't see a lot of red. Well, I did see a couple of scurries. White was super open. Maybe we should have been white-black. Maybe we should have been white something else energy, maybe not green, but it's okay. I'm still reasonably happy with kind of where we ended up. So let's clean this up. Okay, so we're looking at 18 lands. We have a bunch of spell lands. This Waterlog Teachings gets us a bunch of removal spells, some top-end cards. I think this is probably good. Could certainly cut like maybe a Refurbished Familiar if I want, but I can go turn 2 Marionette Apprentice, turn 3 this. And I like kind of just having a random flyer for value, so yeah, let's just play this. Let me know if you would play 19 lands in this deck. That's the other consideration. Alright, as we head into this match though, I always forget this now, but as this match starts, I did want to say, if you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, I have a Patreon channel, patreon.com/paulcheon. Shout out to all the current patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Alright, great hand here, Blood-Soaked Insight, turn 2 Marionette Apprentice with Wither and Bloom, Breathe Your Last, and Scurrilous Sentry. Certainly going to lead with the Blood-Soaked Insight here. As you got to play your tap lands early, especially with this deck where we have a bunch of spell lands. Several of them come into play tapped. Ooh. Do I go Cursed Wombat? I think I do. Yeah, so we get to go Cursed Wombat into... Oh my gosh, Galvanic Discharge? That's sad. I wanted to go Cursed Wombat into Marionette Apprentice. Oh well. Man, are they going to have another removal spell? Alright, I'm just going to Fabricate here. And let's play this tapped. This way, if they have removal, it's just better against removal. Alrighty. Let's attack. And I will play... Scurrilous Sentry. Yeah, let's pitch the land. I like my hand. That's something I can certainly pitch. Yeah, let's pitch the Dream Drinker Vampire here. Boom. White of the Reliquary and another Marionette Apprentice. Let's make another servo. Whew! Look at this beatdown. Oh no, no, no! I should have made a 2/3 in case they have Rallin the Implicit Maze, maybe? Although they take a bunch of damage if they do. They take 2, 4, 6, 8 damage. Never mind, they just die. Yeah. That was a beating. Okay, 1-0. 1-0. Very, very quick victory there. Curve out and play removal. Also, our opponent didn't really cast anything. I guess that also leads to wins. Alrighty. 1-0 with our Golgari beatdown-ish deck. Okay. 3 Forests, Fell the Profane, a Cursed Marauder, Breathe Your Last, and Scurrilous Sentry. Keeping this, I can play a Cursed Marauder turn 2. If I naturally draw a Swamp, I might... Oh, no, I gotta play Fell the Profane here. Doesn't feel great playing Fell the Profane here tapped, but given that we drew the Dream Drinker Vampire, I do want to be able to play that turn 2. And Fell the Profane is our only black source. We are playing 10 black sources and 8 green sources. My opponent's playing blue-black, and I just want to let you know that I'm probably like 0 and a million against black-green. I'm gonna just get rid of this now. No messing around. Emrakul's Messenger can get out of hand. Alright, let's play Expanding Ooze. Let's hope they don't have a removal spell here for my Ooze. Because I want to block. Dreamtide Whale. Huh. Okay. Wow, Cursed Wombat. I wish I had another black source. But I can't really attack anymore because they have the Dreamtide Whale. I will play the Scurrilous Entry though, just because I don't have a second black source. Hopefully this can help me find one. I will discard the Dream Drinker Vampire. And I will not attack. Now remember, this works for... I had to learn this the hard way, but this works for both players, so I don't want to play 2 spells in one turn. But I do want to attack with this and hit a black source, hopefully, to cast Breathe Your Last. Unfathomable Truths, okay. They're likely going to be able to double spell next turn. So what do I do here? Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm just gonna keep growing this. This is a lot of damage. Why are they blocking? Okay, they are trying to minimize the damage that they take here. They're blocking the Shadow Spinner. And do I want to just chump with this? Maybe. It's the best use of my mana. And I'll play my Forest. Oh. Oh. That's brutal. They discarded the Snacker. Oh, wait. What am I doing? It just dies, right? Unless they upkeep play 2 things? Yeah. Ah, maybe I should have played the Wombat then. Oh, never mind. Toxic Deluge? Come on. That's not cool. Well, I guess I'm happy I play the Familiar. Toxic Deluge? Looking for black source? Hello? I hope they don't have another way to draw a card here, because then they can get back the Sneaky Snacker. Nope, that is a Sneaky Snacker. Alright, well there's our black source. We'll see what they do here. Utilizing this to turn this into a 5/6 does look pretty strong. Now I feel worse for discarding the Expanding Oozes. Okay, Kami of Jealous Thirst is pretty good. Definitely want to activate this. Definitely want to kill the Death Toucher. And let's attack. And let's play the Vampire. As that works really nicely with the Wombat. I could have made this a 7/8. That felt a little too all-in-y to me. I'd rather have the Vampire. This also helps me race. Like, if they kill this, I can still pump this and potentially even make it a 4/3. If I draw a black source, I can cast Breathe Your Last. Do I regret discarding any of these? I guess I discarded an Expanding Ooze, but at the time, that felt fine. It was mostly just the lack of black sources, honestly. Depth Defiler. Oh, that's very good. Okay. So they're gonna bounce the Cursed Wombat, which is fine. I'm sure they wanted to be able to do both with a colorless source, but they can't. So turning this into a 4-3 with double menace doesn't do much. So I'll hold back on that. Actually, I'm going to just do this. Actually, no, I'm going to wait. And I'm going to hold a land in case they have like Refurbished Familiar or something. Oh, they're looting now. Okay. It's a close game. Depth Defiler is premium. We somehow are... They had a Toxic Deluge as well. We're kind of all in on this Cursed Wombat. They played a Gargantua. They might not attack me. Okay. They might attack me. Alright, so let's activate here. They might just chump with the Tempest Harvester. I can get a Wither and Bloom here. This probably needs to get blocked. Kind of interested in just doing this. And then, do I want to do it again? No, let's do it to the Wombat. That forces a block there. So I go to 9. This needs to be blocked. This can't be blocked by that. If they block here, then... man. This is... Nah, this is not ideal. Damn it. No, that was a mistake. Stupid me. That was a very, very silly mistake. I should have just pumped the Dream Drinker Vampire again. The problem is the +1/+1 counter thing doesn't work twice. No, this was a really... I don't know, just... My black mana situation here has been so bad for me. Gaining life and trading with the Gargantua is not bad, but man, this is just not ideal. Wonder what they're gonna do. Let's do this. I think I have another Breathe Your Last. So let's go ahead and cast it. They said good game. No takesies backsies. No takesies backsies. You said good game. Did I play this game perfectly? Probably not. Is there a handful of white cards? Probably. But I'll take it. Got two. Got two. That wasn't the cleanest. That wasn't the cleanest. I have 10 black sources. I don't think I should be going up to 11. There is a case to be made to play 19 lands. There is a consideration for that. But my curve is pretty low. So I feel like 18 is good. Alright, rank number 32. The climb is slowing down. We are on the play. Certainly keeping. Boggart Trawler, like I said, is going to be a land in 80 to 90% of games. But hey, you draw this in the late game, and it's still a random 3-1, right? So... happy enough with this, though. 2 black sources, a Forest, a Cursed Marauder, Dream Drinker Vampire, Wither and Bloom, and a Refurbished Familiar. I will lead with... Should I lead with the Basking Broodscale or the Dream Drinker Vampire? I'm going to lead with the Basking Broodscale just because against most opponents, they're likely to be able to play a 2-mana card, like a 2-mana 2/2. So this just threatens getting in for extra damage. So it's hard to block. Alright, so they made a servo here with the Marionette Apprentice. I doubt they're double blocking. The question is, do I want to play Fel the Profane as a land or not? I'm going to play it as a land. I bet I win more games playing that as a land, to be honest. I just have things to do with my mana in the Basking Brute Scale and the Dream Drinker Vampire. Wow, is a Curse Marauder terrible here. Oh my gosh. Let's just play the Familiar. Scurrilous Sentry. Well, let's hope they don't discard a spell so that I could Wither and Bloom it. No! Obviously, after I play Fel the Profane, I draw back-to-back lands. Of course. Wouldn't have it any other way. Normally a Curse Marauder is pretty good, because nobody plays Obstinate Gargoyle, because black-white is not a popular color combination. Alright, well, we got a bunch of spell lands. I guess we drew 2 of them, though. They discarded Guide of Souls. I'm so dead. Now, they probably have some kind of a spell here. We shall see. I can Wither and Bloom to kill this Scurrilous Sentry regardless. They probably have a Thraben Charm or something like that. Alright, Wither and Bloom on that, sure. Okay. Alright, we drew our own Marionette Apprentice. How do we want to do this? Probably, do I want to put a counter on Basking Brute Scale or the Refurbished Familiar? It's kind of interesting, right? Because I can do this, I can play the Cursed Marauder as well. But then they probably sack the Gargoyle. And then it comes into play as a 1/1 flyer. Oh, but then they can Wither and Bloom it? But do they want to Wither and Bloom it? Right? There's a lot of levels to this. I'm going to put a counter here. I don't think I care about the spawn very much. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have played this. I don't know. What do you think? Would you have played the Fel the Profane in that spot earlier? I'm going to hold it for now. If they attack me in the air, that's actually good for me. They might just sack their Marionette Apprentice, to be honest. Okay, so they made a 4/4 flyer, so they're certainly not going to sacrifice it now. Oh, now I wish I had the spawn, because now I could have cast this, but it is what it is. I mean, trading in a Cursed Marauder for Marionette Apprentice isn't too bad. It has to be Marionette Apprentice for them. And then, no good attack for us. They discarded Guide of Souls, by the way. So their hand is still loaded. Okay, well, Altasaur time. Probably going to hit a 2-drop, but... Alright, well, hey, that is not a bad 2-drop to hit. We can start beating down. They probably have at least a Breathe Your Last here. Okay, so they did have a Breathe Your Last. Break even on the life. Cursed Wombat, though, is pretty nice, so hopefully they don't have a way to kill that. Is there anything else I could have done differently this game? I don't know. I don't think so. Wow, so they have another removal spell. Man, okay. I need a way to kill this gargoyle. Because if I can kill this gargoyle... Sure. So I can do that. I can attack with the Basking Brood Scale and kill the gargoyle. Do I attack with both? No, because I feel like I need to have the flyer in play. A 5/5 flyer. It'll come back into play as a 1/1 flyer? And I will keep this in my graveyard for now. Just because I'm not exactly sure where I want to put the counter, and I have lots of mana available. Now, they can put Wither and Bloom on the Gargoyle to turn it into a 2/2 again, but I don't even know if that's something they're interested in. That's an Undo Not Master. It's a nice big life-linking creature. And wow, that's another Marionette Apprentice. Okay. I'm just going to attack for 3 in the air. I think they're going to want to grow their Undo Not Master here by blocking with the Gargoyle. And so my plan here is to... Actually, what I want to do here is put a counter, actually, on my Brood Scale. The reason being is this now lets me put a spawn into play, so they can't actually gain a bunch of life here with the Knot Master. I can block and sack and deal 2 damage to them. So I do think I want to have a spawn in play to basically keep that Knot Master in check. And now I can reasonably attack with Refurbish Familiar, have a spawn back to block, and potentially drain them out. Because they don't really have great attacks against this board, because I can just, every time I block with a spawn, they take 2. Now, if they didn't have the big lifelinker in play, of course I put a +1/+1 counter on the Familiar, because they're at 8, that would of course be a 2-turn clock. So they're not putting a counter on anything, so this tells me they're probably just going to kill my Familiar here. Wow! That was amazing. So I could Breathe Your Last, but the thing is, here, I don't want to be the first person to flinch, right? Because I'm the one that has the favorable board presence. So I am going to only attack with my flyer. Make them use a removal spell, and then maybe use the Waterlogged Teachings to deal with the Undo Not Master. That's my plan. They could have Wing It. They could have Wing It, which would be kind of annoying. And then they have to make the decision. Okay, so it's a Razorgrass Ambush maybe? Oh, it's a Flare of Malice. Okay. They take 2. Just tap out, please. Just tap out for something big. Just don't play Protection Spell from the Undo Not Master. My plan is to, and spell lands being awesome, right? My plan here is to cast Waterlogged Teachings and go get Waterlogged Teachings for Breathe Your Last. Now, I know most of you probably didn't play a long time ago. Any of you remember Time Spiral Block Constructed? How many of you got to play with the Mystical Teachings control deck? That is where my bread was buttered back in the day. I think I have like 3 Grand Prix top 8s, all playing Teachings in Block Constructed. Teachings for Teachings? Teachings for Teachings? Was it slow? Yes. Was it dirtily? Yes. Did I get a lot of draws? Absolutely. They must have so many incredible options right now. Abstruse Appropriation. It exiles it. I don't think I can do anything about that. Oh, I could have sacked the spawn. Yeah. I should have sacked the spawn to deal an extra point of damage. I hope that doesn't end up actually hurting me. It might, though. Oh, wow. Okay, so they would have been at 2 if I sacked the spawn. Also, why did I attack with this? Like, they're still at 3. If I sack the spawn, they would be at 1 right now. Yeah. But they're at 3 life. I have 4 creatures. This is still going to be kind of tough. But I will say, for a black-white deck, which is considered to be the worst color combination, they have all premium cards, right? Glyph Elemental, Undo Not Master, Appropriation, Flare, Wither and Bloom, Breathe Your Last, Marionette Apprentice, Guide of Souls. Like, our opponent's deck is quite good. And it's proof just like, yeah, our opponent is a great player, rank 65, and they recognized that this was a color to be in, and here we are. Boom. Trigger, trigger. Marionette Apprentice is absurd. It's so good. The thing is, 2 mana for a 2/3 you would always play anyways. But 2 mana for a 2/3 or a 1/2 that makes a 1/1 with that ability? So, so good. Ends games. Okay, another Mythic player. Let's see, our opponent is on the play, and we have 3 black sources and a bunch of black cards and a Brute Scale. Yeah, I'll keep this. Which black land do I play? Oh, drew a green source. I think Glasswing Grace in general is better than Waterlogged Teachings. So, they're playing red-green. If they play any 2-drop, I think I'm just killing it here with the Wither and Bloom. If they play Malevolent Rumble, though. Oh, Void Pouncer. Huh. That one, not so much. That one is going to get a Marionette Apprentice from me. Double Wither and Bloom to go with the Basking Brute Scale is pretty nice. They should have probably played that last turn if they had it. Kind of wishful thinking. They probably drew it this turn. There is the colorless mana. Well, given that I just drew Annoyed Altasaur, I should probably play the Glasswing Grace. And we'll play the Brute Scale. This will help ramp us to get to the Altasaur. No interest in trading anything here. I think having this in play is just much stronger than trading with the Void Pouncer. A lot of chip damage here from the Marionette Apprentice. So it looks like they are a straight teamer. Kozilek's Unsealing. Uh-oh. Yep, that's definitely concerning. Alright, I'm going to shift gears here. We're going to cast Wither and Bloom, kill this, and just get in for damage. You have a blue mana. What do you have? Nothing, right? Can't have anything. Don't play a Chrysalis. You know I'm just going to get destroyed by this card, probably. Okay, that's not too bad. What are they going to tap down? They get 2 spawns every time they play something big? Okay. I'm going to attack with Basking Brute Scale. So we can use Wither and Bloom, or are they just gonna jump? Now the question for me here is, do I want to... Well, it depends on what they do. I guess if they don't block, I just want to play Expanding Ooze, right? Wow, they just totally took it? Okay. Alright, what you got for me? That's... okay. Oh, and then if they play something big here, it's I'm going to start taking a ton of damage. So they have access to 5 mana, so if they play an Eldrazi, they have 3 cards left. What do you have? If it's another Meddler, I mean, anything big that's an Eldrazi at this point is going to be very, very problematic. I think Eldrazi is a very, very bad matchup for the black-green mid-range deck. They just go over the top so easily, but I'm going to try my best. Whoa! They had nothing? That's interesting. With all this mana up, though, I feel like I need to wait. So I'm going to full control this and just pass. Okay, let's kill this. And then let's activate this. Okay, that was rough. I could have played the Wombat. If I played the Wombat and activated this, then I could have gotten more value out of it, but... Okay, well, they just played Spawn Gain Commander with Kozilek's Unsealing. Does this seem fair to you? Don't seem fair to me. Time for them to machine gun everything down. I do have a Breathe Your Last, which I probably want to use to kill this Spawn Gang, but I mean, yeah. This is a total beating. You just kind of feel helpless, right? It's just like, what do you do? I can't really attack. Oh no, I can attack with the Expanding Ooze, right? Yeah. Okay. They're gonna kill my Marionette Apprentice probably, but it will cost them 2 spawns, but they have a million spawn anyways. So yeah, I believe that's what I'm gonna do just to have a big thing in play. Alternatively, they can just kill my Expanding Ooze, I guess, but that's gonna require them sacrificing a ton of spawn. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That's going to require them sacking 6 permanents to kill Expanding Ooze. So this makes a lot more sense, yeah. Is it sorcery speed? Okay. That would be pretty cool if I could protect it. This is our only play. They got spawns for days. Come on. You don't have a colorless spell. Here comes another Eldrazi. Maybe they just don't have it. Maybe their hand is just a bunch of Void Pouncers. Yeah. Yeah. Wow, how lucky. Oh, Kozilek's Unsealing is certainly looking good here, I will say. Damn. Horrific Assault too? Bridgeworks Battle, sure. Yep. Why am I still playing? I'm channeling my inner Reed Duke, okay? I'm channeling my inner Reed Duke. That's why I'm still playing. Never give up, never surrender. I'm pretty close to surrendering here, by the way. Ooh, I have an artifact in play. Okay. It's not like we got a bad hand. Our hand was totally fine. We just got out-muscled by Kozilek's Unsealing. It's the exact kind of card that's very, very good against my deck specifically. But spawn gain commander, also amazing. I was going to say maybe this flyer can get there for me, but this thing also has reach. And now they're looking at my Cursed Wombat. They're being very rude. Let's chump here. Actually, do we want to... They have 3 cards. They have a trick. It's not that bad. I mean, I get to play the Altasaur next turn anyways. Oh. It's like the worst possible. I don't get to play my Altasaur. What the hell? It counts any 4-drops? I thought it was Eldrazi. Can we somehow not die? I feel like I need to kill this fledgling dragon. Well, I feel like I need to kill everything. The thing is, they can't attack me with the meddler, right? They can't attack me with the meddler unless they deal with my wombat. Okay. How big is this Writhing Chrysalis, by the way? It's an 11-12 with reach. Really? You just don't even want to pump? Gross. You're gross. You have another play here? Wait, why wouldn't you pump? This does pump, right? We fought the good fight, but clearly we are outgunned in this head-to-head. I do like the interaction between Malevolent Rumble and Fledgling Dragon. Like, if I had 2 Malevolent Rumbles, I'd consider playing that. The problem here is now I just get even further away from casting the Annoyed Altasaur. This at least allows me to eat the Petrifying Meddler. This thing is too large! Too large. Why would you... Auto-tapper? Really? Really? Oh man, this is brutal. They have so many spawns. There should at least be like some more deal 1 damage to everything your opponent has type effects, you know what I mean? So this can eat the Drowner. This last card has to be nothing. Sometimes you play against an Eldrazi deck that looks... Nyxborn Hydra Bestow for 17! I want to see the triggers. I want to see the Chrysalis triggers. Come on! Brrr. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a fair matchup there. I'm just trying to play my set mechanics here. I'm trying to... Look at this. I'm paying 2 mana to put a +1/+1 counter on my creature. They're doing it for free. Alright, 3-1. Played against a very, very good Eldrazi deck. Let's turn it around here, hopefully. I think I'm going to run out the Blood-Soaked Insight here. This is a fairly mana-hungry hand. Go with the Brute Scale here. I feel like that's always the preferred thing to do. Idol of the False Gods. Okay. Let's see what they can play here. This doesn't tap for mana or anything. I feel like this card's bad. I don't know. I mean, obviously, if you have, like, everything to go with this, just in general, though, it doesn't seem very strong to me. What the heck? What is this? So I got a 3/2. They need to spend energy, and they have an expanding ooze? Was that... I don't even know if that was a good exchange for them. Wow, okay, I guess we kill it now. Why did it do that? Oh, whatever. Okay. So I now have a flyer. They 2 for 1? I don't... Okay. And this isn't... Yeah, okay. I should stop questioning things, but... Let's just say, you know, fair enough to say that I'm in a pretty good spot here. By playing the land, I can activate Brute Scale and double activate Dream Drinker Vampire. And given my start, I feel like that's what I want to do. Just get in for as much evasive damage as possible. Oh, that's really good. Darn. Glasswing Grace. Doesn't really work here. That was a really good card to play here. Because I don't think I have a fantastic attack. Like, if I give this Menace, they can make a token and double block. So I suppose I'm supposed to wait here. Feels pretty bad, though. The thing is, what I want to do is pump the Brute Scale, then cast Glasswing Grace on it, as that'll turn it into a 5/5, which then allows me to attack through the Petrifying Meddler. Okay. What is your last card? I'm very curious. Wow, that's also very, very good. They have one card. I think I gotta go for it here. They have one card. Now, they can chump with the Meddler, activate the Witness, get it back, and replay it, I guess. We're one green source short of being able to play the Altasaur. Alright, we gain some life. The idol continues to grow. They can activate the Witness and also make another spawn. Hopefully we can draw a green source. They're debating whether or not they want to sack the landscape, but I feel like they just want it if they need more colorless sources. The thing is, this is kind of a temporary fix to the issue, right? And if I draw just a hard removal spell for this, or a Wither, the -3/-3, that's also pretty good here. Okay. So they definitely have the ground mucked up, and they have a big reach creature. All right, Cursed Wombat and Marionette Apprentice. Interesting. I think I just want to still go wide here. I don't think I want a 3/4. We'll just wait. They're at 8 life, so I feel like this Marionette Apprentice... Obviously, it also just depends on what they have. But the thing is, I mean, even if they need to kill my Apprentice. But they are stabilizing, and this is just what Eldrazi does. Stop looking at my Basking Brood scale. This also attacks as a 6/7. So could attack with this. Oh my god. I hate Eldrazi! I just hate playing against Eldrazi. You know what I mean? It's just so... Ugh. It's like, what do you even do? I hate the Eldrazi so much. Let's hit something good here at least. Wither and Bloom is not bad. Probably want to kill the Void Craw. That has reach, right? Flying hexproof from activated and triggered abilities. Yep. They're close to turning on that Idol of the False Gods. I can turn this into an 8/7. 8/7 seems pretty good. This needs how many counters? 8 counters, so they can make it a 6. They can do 6 here. They have so many blockers. Five mana. Unfathomable Truth. So now they can, now they have 7. Priest of Titan. Okay, so they just have infinite blockers. But they can't activate this right away. Oh no, they can! No, but they have to tap this. So they can't actually block. Okay, let's think. If I put this here, they have to block with the Petrifying Meddler, probably. And then this can't get... Okay, let's... Problem is they have plenty of blockers for everything else. This becomes a 6/7. Okay. That is fine. This is gonna flip, but... I mean, I can just sack things. It's not that big of a deal. This seems like a fine block on their side. I just need to get... I need to force something here, right? And I do like putting the spawn there, just so they take less trample damage. Now, remember, if my Storm Drake dies, they go down to 6, which is good. And I'm hoping that the Marionette Drain shenanigans gets me there. Alright, so they go to 5. Sure. They could have sacked the spawn to make another thing, but they chose not to. I'm going to activate this now. To get... Because I am very interested in getting 2 spawns here. They're at 5 life, after all. All right. Sure. I'm at 28. I mean, like, I don't think they're gonna attack me. If they attack me, I just sack my 2 spawns. They go to 3 and I take 9. Yep, we're on the Marionette Apprentice Drain Them Out strategy. A bold new strategy. Okay, it's not bold or new. New-ish? Set's only been out for a week. God. Another thing is these Eldrazi games just take so long. The amount of editing of downtime while my opponents have to count their mana. Yep. Yep. Oh, that's interesting. Triple trigger! Is it triple trigger? You know, every extra mode of menace should, Wait, how did that work? Oh, it only happens more... It can't happen more than once. Okay. So this has menace. It needs to be blocked by 2 things. I'm happy to just throw creatures away, by the way. This Idol of the False Gods is probably going on this Wombat. Yep. Alright, so they go to 3 from this exchange? This becomes a 7-8? Yeah, okay. While this is in play, I want to get an extra counter on here if I can. Oh no, it doesn't work like that. Does it? No, it doesn't. Never mind. Multiple Wombats just don't work. Whoops. Okay. Multiple Wombats don't work. Alright, whatever. They're at 2 life. They're at effectively 1 life. So... they can attack me. Oh! Does this thing trample? Oh, wow. Why did I sack that spawn? That was such a mistake. Well, it's got Annihilator. They still can't attack me. But this thing has lifelink, so I can't attack them. What about a removal spell? I would love to just draw a removal spell. Oh, okay. That also works. That also works. Yes! If they had a bite spell, I think they would have done it, so. Woo! Close one. Close one. Alright, we actually got one against Eldrazi. Feels good. Again, Marionette Apprentice. MVP. 4-1. Can I just play like against like an energy deck? Like, the game's gonna be over quick no matter what. That's what I would prefer. Nope, of course, it's just another Eldrazi deck. Who else is just sick against playing against Eldrazi decks every time? The thing is, it's the best thing to do, so it's just, it is what it is. But I just dislike the gameplay. Alright, Nightshade Dryad. Nope. Okay. Play the Ooze. Let's hope they don't have a discharge. Okay, that's good. Play a 3-mana creature. Oh, perfect. Alright, so let's pump this. Let's kill this. We need to kill them before they can get to that Devour. But if they play like a Writhing Chrysalis here or something, then it's probably over. I want to say many nasty things. I really do. I want to say so many nasty things. Just, you know, just turn 3 Voidcraw, turn 4 Writhing Chrysalis, turn 5 Devourer of Destiny. Them's the beats. Well, at least we have a Breathe Your Last for this thing, but they're gonna... Okay. We'll see what they kill. Sure. This thing has Menace, right, at least? Okay. Alright, if we can draw another black source, it's not terrible. Nope. Okay. Let's kill that now. Do I want to put a counter on here just for max damage? Sure. Yeah, no, this was good. Because now I get to play a land, and now, like, land number 7 is still good for Daltosaur. If they play just a creature, I can Breathe Your Last. The creature. My creature's big enough so they can't fight or bite my Scurrilous Sentry as well. This has Menace. So just play, like, one creature. This is a Deem Inferior, isn't it? Deem Inferior. We'll see. Trying our best here. Yeah, sure. Sure. Alright, let's hit something good with the Altosaur. Another Breathe Your Last, maybe? Glasswing Grace. Okay. That's pretty good, but both of their creatures have reach. So I can't attack this turn because they can just double block. What? Why did they concede? They have 2 reach creatures. I can't believe I won that game. That was a really good hit, I guess. I still didn't have fun for what it's worth. But we won! We beat Double Chrysalis and Devourer. Wow. It's gotta be on the play, I guess. Okay, we are on the draw here with a bunch of black mana, Spymaster's Vault, Blood-Soaked Insight, Swamp. But I have a bunch of black spells as well, so seems fine. Go turn 1 Blood-Soaked Insight into Swamp into Spymaster's Vault. Would like some forests. Playing against red-white energy on the draw, so back certainly against the wall here. They probably have some kind of a removal spell. So I think against that, I think I just want to go ahead and play the Apprentice and make a servo. Philia! Oh! Should have played around the rare Corgi. I don't... You know, Corgis are cute, but the marble eyes is kind of creepy, isn't it? I don't know. Just feel like it took away from the... Oh my god. Really? This is where we're at now? At least they can't play the Ghostfire Slice. What are they gonna do? Blink the Amped Raptor? No way. If they have a trick here, I'm gonna be so upset. Wait, they threw away their Corgi? By the way, the Amped Raptor comes into play, but you don't get to cast things because it's not from your hand. Oh, of course you just... Yeah, sure. That still doesn't necessarily feel worth it. You just get 2 energy. That's not very good. I will kill this Corgi, though. It's actually kind of close between Fel the Profane and Glasswing Grace. I feel like this might even be better against Boros, just to race. Like, their creatures kind of stink, right? I had to open my big dumb mouth. If there's a forest, that definitely helps, because now we can go double... We can double spell. Glasswing Grace on white of the Reliquary is pretty awesome. And I can do this at instant speed, which is really good. So this is going to be a turn where we do take some damage. We'll take 6 at least. Hopefully they don't have removal for the white. Whoa, that's a problem. They just played Pinnacle Monk, so you know whatever the fall. Oh, it's a Rosecott Knight. Okay. And they whiffed. Okay. I think we just go for it. I think we just go for it. We play this. And let's go. Gain 5. Flying Lifelink Vigilance. I hope you can't kill it. If they kill it, we're in trouble. If they kill it, we're in trouble. Okay, that didn't kill it. They can't really attack me though, right? I guess they can have a Thraben Charm or a Dog Umbra, and then that would be a disaster. If they attack me... Oh, man. Oh, they didn't. Okay. So let's go ahead and sack this and go get a forest. And that is another forest. Okay, let's go play that. Yep. Okay, they're at 7. We built our own Baneslayer Angel. We built our own Baneslayer. We're at 24. Yep. I don't need another land. Boggart Trawler. That doesn't matter. Not really sure where to put my things. This is making this 7 power good? I guess just pumping up a Trampler is pretty good in general. I did this so the Rosecott Knight just can't eat this. This has 7 power. Okay. Now, they do have a land. So, oh no, that's a Battlecry trigger. Okay. I'm assuming this is going to end well for me. All right, we'll keep the Trawler in hand. Just in case they, like, play Wrath Disguise or something, I can go double creature. All right, White of the Reliquary with Glasswing Grace, getting it done against a nice, solid, aggressive Boros start here. So now, Glasswing Grace, I'm telling you, spell lands for the win. 6-1, playing for our 3rd trophy in a row. I like my opponent's name, Punt Master Flex. All right, so we got paired against a Plat Gamer. Means we're gonna have to play against a very good deck. Our hand isn't insane, but we do have a Black Source. We have Black Source, 2 Forests, Cursed Wombat, Dream Drinker Vampire ×2, Wither and Bloom, and Basking Brute Scale. Question is, what do we want to play turn 2? Note that our opponent did not cycle the Tranquil Landscape, so they are on some kind of Eldrazi nonsense. What? They just straight up played a turn 2 Wastegate Battle Mage? They're just like, I don't care. I'm just gonna run this out turn 2. How do I even respond to such madness? It's like, I'm discombobulated. I am literally I'm gonna play this, I guess. This is an act of war. It's like they want to be aggressive. You know what I mean? This tells me they want to be aggressive. Maybe not. Why? They just played this turn 2 like a boss. Alright, I'll play the Brute Scale now. Maybe I should play the Brute Scale first. I don't know. Nothing. Okay, so they're gonna... That's unfortunate. They're gonna draw 3 cards here. They can't have a counter for this. Or, well, rather, the energy counter won't work here. Yep. That still adapts. Okay? 2 for 1 yourself, all you want. Alright, they're on 6 mana now, though. Malevolent Rumble into... Ooh, 4 lands? I'm in for that! I'm in for that! They're close to getting to their 7 mana card, though. Unfathomable Truth, yep. The Eldrazi decks are just... It's too much. It's too much. Let's try to maximize the damage that we can do. Gotta get the party started somewhere. I am gonna... Here's my question. Do I play the Glasswing Grace? I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna hold it. I just feel like that I might need to reach. I might need flying to be able to just try to force some damage through. Oh, 12! I love it. I love it. Huh. I don't think I do it now, though. They just don't have, like, fantastic blocks, right? Their sages can't really block. The question is if I just want to sneak in more damage. Or do I want to make this into a 6/7 so I can Glasswing Grace it next turn? So this takes... They take 6 and then they take 8. Alright, let's just deal 6, I guess. Alright, they gained a bunch of life. That card's very good. This O12 actually doing work. That's crazy. I can't target it. So that's a problem. And like I said before, double Wombat is not much of a combo. I guess we're just kind of all in on this Cursed Wombat, right? They have 2 cards left. We're at 43. Warped Tusker. That's okay. I don't think there's any way to magically deal 2 damage to the Wombat, which is why I did it like that. And then now we have another Wombat in play. They play the Reach creature. Okay, Voidcraw does not do much. Attacking with the Wombat here. Oh, Punt Master Flex with the concession. Wow. That decision to keep the Glasswing Grace, right? That was a really awkward spot because I had 4 lands in play, Glasswing Grace in my hand that I couldn't cast, and a 7-drop in my hand. And conventional wisdom there is to just play your lands so that you can get to your 7-drop. But recognizing that in this particular matchup, the Eldrazi decks at that point are going to be so good at mucking up the ground that I felt like my best chance at winning that game was to not play the Glasswing Grace so that I can put myself in a position to draw land number 5 and fly over for the win. And that's exactly what happened. So it's one of those instances where we had a game plan, we stuck with it, and it paid off. And that's always an extremely satisfying feeling. Always. But this deck played out very, very well. Very, very well. We had 18 lands. The Trawler kind of sucks. It's possible this should have just been a swamp, but we actually used the Waterlog Teachings to get removal spells a few times. The Glasswing Grace was fantastic, so I like those a lot. Didn't really get to utilize the Spymaster's Vault, but felt the Profane was also very good. So spell lands, no secret, very, very good still. But the important thing here was that we still had a very, very nice mana curve. I feel like the slower you make your black-green decks, the worse it's going to be for you overall, because you saw what those Eldrazi decks were capable of, and it's really important to put a little bit of pressure on them early so that they're on the back foot always and they can't attack you back with their enormous Eldrazi. And look at this. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 2-drops. Very, very good curve, and black was definitely open. We had quad Wither and Blooms, double Breathe Your Last. And I'll be the first person to say, I feel like black is likely the worst color in the format. That's not to say that it's unplayable, right? If it's still extremely open, if you're getting late Marionette Apprentices, if you're getting an 8th pick Wither and Bloom, Breathe Your Last, by all means, you can still be black. It's just, first pick, first pack, I would avoid black commons in general, but if I'm getting them late and it's clear that that's open, you still want to draft, take what's open and play your lane. And in this instance, black was open, could have paired it with white, but still was very successful with the multicolored green cards, and it still ended up paying us off with our 3rd trophy in a row. On a heater, finishing in the 20s, feeling great, and yeah, maybe we can crack the teens in the next draft, but 3 drafts in a row, feeling fantastic. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Feel free to hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you enjoyed the content and wanted to support the channel, the best way to do so is through my Patreon. Patreon.com/paulcheon, link in the description below. Shout out to all the patrons. Really, I believe it's a great place. If you want to improve, that's the place to go to. The Discord is just completely popping off. Everybody looking to get better. Everybody complaining about Writhing Chrysalis together. It's a great community. Shout out again, everybody. Really, really awesome there. I don't even have to do anything. Like, I'll sleep, I'll wake up, and everybody will already be done helping each other. It's great. Additionally, this video is brought to you by tcgplayer.com. Go to tcgplayer.com for all your TCG singles needs. Hit that link in the description below as it is the affiliate link if you want to make any purchases with TCG Player. Finally, this video is brought to you by heavyplay.com. heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your order for Magic the Gathering accessories. Playmats, deck boxes, sleeves, you name it, they got it. Check them out. Thank you so much for watching. Let's make it 4 in a row in the next video tomorrow.